And there's also that GU74B, that resting tube, which is the 46800. That's a pair of them.
It's got low R's. Got low R's on 2G2.
An antenna tuner to force it to load on 20 meters, yeah, that coax is going to radiate reflected power back and try to transmit. That's why you have to use a balun or a line insulator to choke it off if you're going to try to do something like that.
Oh, no, I understand that, but what they were saying was that everything from the tuner on out becomes antenna. Now, you don't want that.
No, and I have my antenna on the back of the tuner.
You mean 20 feet out to the 600?
And my RF all ends at the feed point, not at the back of the tuner.
Here's the thing, 20 to a 600 ohm or 58, RJ58 to 1-to-1 balun half wave. What would you guys suggest would be the best way to go?
Well, it depends if you're looking for a multi-band antenna. We're talking multi-band, okay? So, depending on the real estate that you have, if you want to operate 160 meters, if you put out 262 feet of wire, 12 gauge, stretch it out, snip it in half, feed it with 450 ohm ladder line, you got a 4-to-1 balun in your tuner, or you put one, outside out, whatever. That antenna can physically be loaded and transmit very well on all bands. Okay, and there's going to be really no loss factor in balanced line because your transformer matches 4-to-1. That's what's the simple of it. Now, if you're going to go the dipole way, you would have to build a fan dipole for each band almost, and you're going to have to force feed it on some bands. Now, if you have a motorized dipole that goes in and out, yeah, that's all great and gravy, but we're not talking $100. We're talking $900 to $1,000. And in Florida, with Mother Nature and lightning bolts and stuff, I don't think I want $1,000 in the air. But said and done, yeah, the theory works. It works great. It's going to zero match everything, zero gain. But
doesn't mean
it's cheaper to put a doublet up and have the same power and have the same performance.
No, I find that highly interesting because
what is the normal price for
with the 5.8 RJ58 in the 1-to-1? And I'd like to change that out. I'm on a half an acre. What would you do in my position? Over.
Oh boy, that was a perfect double.
Here comes the simple fact. The man's running the automatic antenna on the band now. I don't know if he has an amp or not. But, he's about S9 to S10 on me. Everybody's 30 and 40 over. So I'm trying to compare, which may not be a fair comparison. If everybody was running kilowatt and he's running kilowatt, then I would say that antenna's not performing. But he may only be running 100 watts. So take that for just, grace factor, I should say. I'm just talking about simple. It's great in theory, just like a stepper IR. Yeah, you can put a few $1,000 stepper IR up in there and it tunes all bands, but everybody I know has a stepper IR is having some issues with them. Oh, the element's not coming in, or the wind got... I'm just talking simplicity, We're all not, we don't have Elon Musk in our back pocket here that, let's make a 24-karat gold dipole. Yeah, it may even radiate even good, but that's big dollars, I'm just talking simplicity.
Yeah, well, you didn't answer the one question I asked because you probably didn't hear me. Somebody probably doubled with me, but my question was, what does an automatic antenna tuner cost that handles legal limit or even 2,000 or 2,500 watts? What does a automatic antenna tuner cost to be able to do that?
I don't know. I don't trust the automatic antenna tuners. That's why I run an old Nile Viking here that I could stick a wire in the back and tune up a gutter. So the average antenna tuner that a lot of the guys are running here don't cost more than $225, $250 at the Hamfest. That's what I'm saying. We got manual, we got old-time tubes and manual amps and manual antenna tuners.
Stay away from those automatic tuners. You'd be sorry.
Well, through my experience, 468 divided by the frequency of half wave, if you got a 1-to-1 feed, I haven't had any trouble.
No, but you have a 40-meter dipole, which is great, but you would have to build a 20-meter dipole, a 10-meter dipole, you know, if you want to cover all bands. But the bottom line is, if you have the real estate, you're looking at 75 and 40 for your dipole. And if you're going to you can put a Mosley tri-bander beam up and cover 10, 15, and 20 and still be cheaper in the long run.
Exactly. I like your thinking. You're thinking like, you can fan it. There's different aspects. You don't have to dump a lot of money into it to get the coverage and the gain that you want.
Hey, Ted, check to see if somebody else is transmitting before you tee up, right?
Oh, I'm sorry.
All right.
Yeah, because you're knocking the other guy out, and I don't know where he's at, but you just covered him up.
Two amateur bands out of the 10 that we can operate, and you or even 4 of them.
We got a bunch of
people
on there.
One Ballum and a tuner. Yeah, you can do that. But if you want to operate the entire HF spectrum, not just the ham bands, but every frequency, in case of an emergency, you have to get on a maritime frequency. You don't have an antenna that's resonant. Now, with your tuner, you might be able to make that work. I don't know what kind of compromise that is. I would assume there is some type of compromise there. I may not know exactly what it is, but anyway, this antenna has no compromise and works the entire spectrum at every frequency, not just 10 amateur bands.
Again, if you put up 140 feet of wire and feed it with 450 ohm load, you're going to work 10 meters through 80 meters. You're going to work 8 meg, 5 meg, 6 meg, every band in between with a good roller inductor antenna tuner, and it will transmit a one hell of a signal. You know, if you have a wide band amp like some of us do, then you can even transmit on 8 megahertz or 10 megahertz and, you know, SOS or whatever you want to call. But the ladder line will tune everywhere, and it will put voltage on that wire, and you will transmit. You know, there's nothing wrong with your antenna. I'm just saying it just needs space. I saw them things on QTH, and that's a $900 bill, period.
What if I put my coax onto an aluminum ladder?
Only if you lift the ladder first.
I got to get an antenna tuner and just put some wire up there, man. Wire is God to this industry.
I want to know if you're using a tuned-up transmitter in your station, or whether you're using a solid-state, state-of-the-art radio for your transceiver.
No, a transceiver doesn't care what it is because it's going to see the antenna tuner, you know, or the input of the amplifier, so it doesn't really matter as long as it's seeing the proper load.
Exactly, brother.
Was, you know, the state of the art has changed. Most people are no longer using, now they may have some and play with them every now and then, but most people have a state-of-the-art no-tune radio, and most people have a state-of-the-art no-tune amplifier if they can afford it to go with the radio. So my point is, the only people that are still using manual antenna tuners and open wire feeders are old guys that are stuck in the mud and don't want to change.
Okay, if you got deep pockets, you know, go out and buy a brand new, you know, $6,000 state-of-the-art radio and a $4,500 MOSFET and a $1,000, you know, motorized dipole and some coax and do the math. Or, you know, the average ham don't have the deep pockets. You go out and you get a secondhand radio, an old, you know, 50-year-old SB220 or 200 that I'm transmitting on, and a Hamfest $200 antenna tuner, and feed it, and then put out the same signal and have reliability. As far as the MOSFETs go, you know, they hold a lot of SWR. They'll just automatically shut down. So there's so much protection built in those things, that's not going to be a problem as far as that aspect. AI4FA.
WV6WCF.
Good evening, gentlemen. Kilo Mike 4 Oscar Papa.
Kilo 8 Mike Echo Mike.
Go ahead.
B4MWB.
K4 OLH. Hello to you. Good to hear you, Dave. The other station, go ahead and pick it up.
Yeah, I guess I was passing through. Heard you guys all sounding fantastic. Here in Palm Bay, Florida, just south of the Cape. My name is Phil, Papa Hotel India Lima, Kilo Mike 4 Oscar Papa. Not going to hold you guys up. Just want to say hello. That's it.
WA4 JMS Tampa Bay. Florida, and I'll let everybody else pick it up. Over.
All right, thank you. Yeah, you're sounding great here. Everybody sounds great. Fantastic. So everybody have a good evening, and I'll listen here for a little while. I'm packing some stuff here. Kilo Mike 4 Oscar Papa, Palm Bay.
I talked to you many times over the years. We actually met you.
Really? Who's that?
Kilo 8 Mike Echo Mike. Mark over here in Sebring. Used to be down in Margate.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I used to live down. Well, we moved up here from Key Largo. But before that, I lived in Hollywood, and probably maybe seen me at the Motorola tailgate they used to have years ago at the Motorola plant there in Plantation. I've been all over the place, but good to hear you. Oh, I'm glad to hear you're still on the air.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, Motorola. Yeah, I think I've seen you like a half a dozen times. But yeah, it was nearly 4.5 years and with indoor antennas, but we were able to at least get out a little bit. But yeah, we moved up to Sebring, and boy, yeah, you sound a little bit different up here.
Yeah, must be I'm getting older. Anyway, hope to see you at the Melbourne Hamfest coming up. What is it? The 13th and 14th in October. It's only about 15 minutes from the house here, so hope to see maybe many of you guys there. I'll be in my red travel trailer there outside. So put a handshake on some of you guys. So everybody have a good evening. Continue. I'll be monitoring. This is Kilo Mike 4 Oscar Papa.
All right. Yeah, we're probably going to be inside, but we'll be checking it all out. So, all right, Kate, Mike, I'm Mike. Great to hear you.
Phil, it'd be great to meet you out there in your part of the woods. Good signal in northeast Florida. Over.
Awesome. Yeah, you sounding good too. Over S9. Yeah, I'll be in I usually go on my red Winnebago. I go inside, but most of the time I stay outside. So, because I tailgate, so come say hello.
Oh, yeah. We'll be with the gang from Fort Lauderdale. You'll see there'll be a group of us.
No, I'd love to get down and make my way out there, Phil.
It'll be like, who the hell are these people? oh, that's some guys.
Guys from Miami and Northeast Florida, right there in.
Oh, man. So, yeah, had fun. 30 years plus, probably, just cruising around seeing people.
It'll be a party. We'll grab a drink and talk.
Yeah, we used to hang out at the bar in a hotel. Oh, my God, there was crazy things.
I'll have some extra chairs. Sit down in the shade. I'll have my awning out. Hopefully it's good weather. And
she's just waiting on me to come over there so she can go into the defensive mode.
Hey, I'm an old man coming, because I might have to wait till Ken gets back to reface for the Giants.
El ojo no puede apreciar los colores porque vienen muy...
Whiskey 7, Golf Bravo Alpha. Give me a Roger.
Roger.
All right, you're picking me up. Oh, good deal. We'll get you lit up here. And back to the work list. Line 25, Whiskey Alpha 5, Tango, Quebec Bravo, Jack in Texas. Your turn for a call, sir.
Yeah, WA5TQB, line.
Ya, el otro jefe, ¿tú un línea? No, se está oyendo fuerte.
Sorry,
321, 321.
Quick off over.
Anyway, so I heard Al out there. What's going on, Al? How you doing out there today?
Make another 90-degree turn and then back towards the base. They were doing it with a tower, and so it was like, oh okay, that works.
Well, like I said, I was spinning the dial and heard your voice in there.
Way to go. I mean, it's there's all kinds of ways to make it fit, and RF doesn't care. It's just happy to go along, and if it's just the wire doesn't have to be straight, RF doesn't give a darn about it. But as far as the audio, your audio sounds great. It's not harsh. It's very smooth. Very.
Might overdid it for the weekend.
There's not as much activity as it used to be years ago.
I got $100 bill for the first guy who had ladder line to his nipples and transmit.
Oh my God.
K4HXU checking in.
I may have to get a picture of that.
Yeah, you put your hands out, your arms out like a dipole, and then you're directive. Yeah, I'm loading up my nipples here. Let me turn my arms around here and get a good signal.
You gotta have a 4-to-1 in your butt.
Hold on, I got clothesline clippers on my nipples.
Oh, that's way too crazy, dude.
A 4-to-1 on in your rectum.
Rectum? Damn near killed him.
Didn't wreck him, you killed him. Didn't wreck him, he killed him.
Anyway, I thought I'd just throw on serious talk in there for y'all. I'm going to step back out and let you guys have it. KQ4FPS, I'm out.
Alright, thanks for the joke. See ya.
Frequency turned into something that I can't believe.
I'm out of here, too. You guys are sick. Yeah, you're the lead, Pat.
I urge everyone to complain to the management. This radio program is disgusting.
Alright, we'll see you later. Say goodnight, Dick.
Bye-bye.
That's a good one.
Where'd everybody go?
I don't know. I guess the static done ate everybody up.
I have no idea.
It's unclipping this thing off the nipples.
Yeah, we lost track of nipples.
Damn.
The clotheslines are making them bleed.
That hurts.
Nipples was doing a good job. What happened to nipples?
I don't know. I just unhooked it. Here, I'll show you. There's unhooking. It's an unhook from the nipple. And that's connected to the nipples.
That's unbalanced feed line.
One thing you didn't mention, when I used to get a call, it always said, well, the ice maker ain't working. So, the actual technician don't really want the client.
Nah, Kingsley.
See, I ain't terrible bad on Monday. Usually like about Wednesday, Thursday morning seems like it gets late.
And then I balance it. Boom. That antenna just flies like an eagle.
Yeah, get out there and jiggle it. It'll come in resonance.
Yeah. That's only $100 for that antenna. Damn, that's I made it myself.
half length, and it doesn't matter whether it's a hex beam or just your standard Yagi or even a dipole. It has that effect on your takeoff angle, and being a half wavelength up of the operating band, it gives you that about 24-degree takeoff angle. And I have worked guys with their hex beams on the ground on sawhorses or all assembled or just sitting on the ground 1 or 2 feet off the base of the antenna off the ground, and they were just totally amazed. And I have worked guys that on 75 meters that down in Arizona, New Mexico, 2 guys that they lived in an area where they couldn't put up and
what I did. Yeah. They put me on the VA. Let me look. Sugar. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, you're 15 to 20 over with the power I know. But usually you're more. It's just the band's pulling back a little bit right now. Phone band, they was just one right after the other, and it's just not like that anymore.
Right, Bill.
At 35 feet off the ground.
Right. You advocate the co-limit?
No, it's something that can be tested in more detail.
Yeah, I'm looking for the antenna from God.
Oh, well, these here, I can't quite tell you all of it, but it's just, that's the difference. That's what the antenna is.
I did that for him for like a couple,
Go back, my home is in St.
Hold on.
plug it in the wall and it'll solve your problem.
Take me 15 minutes. If you catch it at the wrong time of the day, you're 45 minutes to an hour to go what used to be 15 minutes.
Parece que la aprobación estaba ahí sube porque sí. Few too many cocktails.
No, I haven't had enough, but I'm listening.
Yeah. Oh, but tomorrow's Monday. You got to do loads tomorrow, right?
I don't work tomorrow, but the co-limiter idea I'm looking at, but no, I don't work tomorrow.
Oh, wow, you had 3 days off?
No, I get Sundays and Mondays off, man. I don't have to work tomorrow. Most people do.
Yeah, Ted does the night shift. That's why you never hear him on the radio during the week.
You're right, buddy.
Yeah. It's kind of like Okeechobee Tom. He's gone all week over in Tampa.
Catch me this late's a rarity.
So, yeah.
Just like our buddy Frank. He works Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And then he's off the rest of the week.
Right.
Yeah, I'm usually in bed at 5 o'clock every day and get up about 12 midnight. But to catch me out here this late's a rarity. What's awesome is to catch you guys, man. You guys sound great.
We always sound great. We're the 40-meter misfits.
Yeah. But, so there was a POTA station in here, I think yesterday or something, Dave. Like around 4 o'clock to 6 o'clock or something. They were all kind of Tennessee, Kentucky, West Virginia. They were all in there strong, calling them. So they're out there.
Yeah, that will be ending very shortly. Mother Nature will put an end to that in the northern states, unless they're hardcore. They're going to sit on a picnic table in a snow and 32 below zero.
Right. Well, yeah, they maybe do it out of their mobile. Put the heat on it. So you don't know. But yeah, POTUS should quiet down some.
I thought to be on there, you have to run battery backup or something, right?
I had never read all the rules on that. I mean, if I went to do POTA, I probably would still be in my vehicle in a park. I probably am POTA right now. I'm in a state park.
I think you're pushing your luck with that one.
I mean, basically, I'm in Hammock State Park right now. I'm at the entrance here. I'm quite in. If I go down and see a couple people out there, they're in the park. With a golf course that's in the park, and that's their backyard. You haven't seen that area yet.
I'm sure it's going to change here next month. The snowbirds are going to start coming down and start camping out in the park for the winter, paying like $20 a day park fee and hanging out. Then all your neighbors will be coming down the snowbirds AI forfeit.
You'll see a license plate change here on the interstate I-95 and I-75 pretty soon. Over.
Yeah, and in Mark's area, his area will super transpose into Michigan and Ohio.
You think?
Oh yeah, that's look at them up on 27, all those little trailer parks. That's going to turn into a little Southfield there.
Oh, there's a big park right behind both of the auto parts stores where I pull in the back, because I take Seattle Street in the back. There's a big park back there.
Yeah, you're going to drive around. So all you'll see is Michigan and Ohio.
Yeah. I was thinking, I bet that's probably somewhere where Dave was saying, oh, here, you should move right in here. It's like, nah, I'm not going to live in one of those. I'm not going to live in one of those boxes. But I know, I see what you were talking about. And they do have towers on most of them with old fallen down TV antennas and stuff. But a lot of them are empty right now.
Yeah, they're snowbirds. The trailer parks rent them out for a monthly rental, and snowbirds, they bought into them, and that's just their winter getaway.
Yeah, and you also got Canada. You can change the license plates here in the near future. We're in the middle of September, and just watch and look and see.
Yeah, the Canadians, like the Quebeckies, they come down on I-95 and they dump in from Jacksonville to Hallandale Beach. That's their zone. The Midwest takes 75, and you get Ohio, Michigan, Indiana. They just find I-75 and drive it till they feel that it's warm enough to get out.
Yeah. It's funny. It's like birds, flying down south, man. You nailed that.
Warm enough to get out. That's good.
They leave with their long johns on, and when it gets too hot, they say, all right, it's time to change clothes. Let's throw out the anchor here.
When I cross the border. First.
It's funny, we're so acclimated, living here in Florida. We know who you are coming down.
All right, Ed, you know the rules here. You just can't come in here and say your call sign without getting a signal now. You're the amp builder. Turn them filaments on.
Yeah.
You got weird conditions?
You're so far in the mud that you got the In the Mud award for the evening.
Yeah, running the most watts.
We need some grid current. Over.
Roger on the fleet current.
Put the 3-minute timer on.
You're like, all right, I'll be back in a minute.
It's like, damn it, I gotta turn the filament on. I gotta wait 3 minutes, and it's gonna run my light bill up to talk to these meatballs.
Has anybody got a copy on WA4 JMS Tampa?
Yeah, sure, I do.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, you got a really nice signal in the Tampa, I'll tell you that. Where you at there, Roger?
I'm in South Florida on the eastern side.
Are you over by Miami?
Don't talk dirty to me now, but I'm about 40 miles away.
You got a hell of a signal, man. You got a hell of a punch, and probably the best signal out there right now, I'll tell you that, over here in South Tampa by the port.
Because my antenna's orientated to go directly over Tampa into Texas, Louisiana.
And don't forget Alabama.
Yeah, possibly Nevada.
Roger. Well, I just want to let you know, of course, you know you're sounding good, so I don't need to tell you that, but this is W84 JMS, South Tampa. Roger?
Roger. A94 FL.
You're doing a good job, JMS. Got yours a little bit out of Tampa.
Roger.
Hi, St. Augustine. Good hearing you, my friend.
You're 5 over in Sebring.
Listen.
So,
In the state of Nevada. Man, we've attracted everybody out here like roaches.
you.
Marietta, Georgia, KJ4, what's the news about?
That big signal up at the north end of the state. We're down here at the captain's helm. You're up on the bow.
He's on the poop deck.
Hey, George, you're doing a great job in the northeast Florida, by the way.
Yeah. We're in the captain's quarters. You're up there on the bow getting all the low back.
Copy that. What part of Georgia are you in there, brother?
Kilo Juliet for Whiskey in the Foxtrot, Marietta, Georgia.
Copy that. Doing a great job. 40 over in the St. Augustine, Florida, over.
Yeah, coming in 5-9 into Marietta, Georgia. Kilo Juliet 4, Whiskey, Lima Foxtrot.
Copy that. I'll pick a standby that some other people might pick you up, over.
Hey, George, I got a copy on you. This is W84 JMS Tampa Bay.
Coming in 5-9 into Georgia as well. Signals out of Florida are pretty darn good. Kilo Juliet 4, Whiskey, Lima Foxtrot.
Roger, Georgia. You're coming in kind of light over here. I'm on a really shitty antenna. I got really good receive, so I apologize, Georgia. It's good making contact with you either way. This is W4 JMS. Roger.
He's killing it. Great signal.
I appreciate this. Is Kilo Juliet 4, Whiskey, Lima Foxtrot. 100 watts on a hooded dipole. I'll be able to pull for this light bounce off the really good for everybody. Kilo Juliet 4, Whiskey, Lima Foxtrot.
100 watts.
Hey, Danny, you guys got him?
Hey, how's that, Dave? Is that any better? I turned the processor off. How's that sound? N4ZRV.
AI4FA?
How's it sound, Mark? Yeah,
Kind of a little muffled, but yeah, your signal's way up.
I turned the processor off. I might be getting RF back on this band. I'm not sure.
Okay. Yeah, your signal's up to 20 over now, but yeah, it's a little muffly, but yeah, good to hear you. How's everything going?
Oh, good. Yeah, I had the radio off. I was messing around, and I turned it on, and I heard all these voices.
Oh man, been in for hours. You should have turned it on hours ago, dude.
Yeah, I was shopping and all, and eating and whatever. But I'm here now.
All right. Yeah, I called you the other night on 99, but I was quite surprised.
Yeah, I usually get out there and listen, and I normally hang out on 3755 with them guys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, here he is.
Yeah, Ted, I'm waving. Yeah, 3755, Dave, N4PBC, and the Russian kid, Anton down there, ODA, KG4 ODA or something like that.
It seems like the one that runs the whole show is Mark or something. He was the loudest to me. I don't know who he was.
There's a few other guys in there. Dick, I can't keep track of them all. There's quite a few.
Yeah, I was surprised. I just stopped in there, and Sal was in there. So Sal introduced me to the whole gang, and next thing I know, I was there for like several hours. So
you're talking about 99 there. Yeah, I was talking about 55. But yeah, both channels got a lot of people on them.
Right. So, but yeah, Sal introduced me to everybody, and then all of a sudden you showed up, and I was looking. I thought Carrie might stop in there. You mentioned something about 75, but yeah. So yeah, we hung out there a little bit.
W4 CFH.
WD6, WCO for ID purposes.
Hey, Mike Engelmite.
AI4FA. Who cares?
Yeah, who cares?
I know, but I want to get another drink, and hold that thought. I'll be right back.
Oh, boy.
Hey, Mark,
Ted's
Carrie, what's
going to
happening,
torture us.
We got
Another
Alkies on this frequency.
Oh, Dave, do you hear Wolf now?
Oh, yeah. It's 20 over, 30 over.
Yeah. A little different.
Just needs a little bit more mid-range in that audio. It's a little muddy.
Yeah. That's what he said. I turned the processor off because I get too much drive otherwise.
Is that you, Ed?
Yeah, I turned the processor off when I run the amp because it overdrives.
Yeah, got to back it down. Something's got to be back down there. What do you guys think?
Well, the problem is this radio. This radio on sideband has no RF power adjustability on the 430 and 440. There is a modification. I think they use the AF gain potentiometer to make a RF power knob.
Copy that. Yeah, I see this rig. You're right.
Yeah.
Goes in on R16 and C11.
It's commonly called an ALC. Yeah, it has none. All right, enough about junk radios. Well, what else is going on?
Good to hear ya.
Hey, Mark, what's happening?
You got any Carrie shooting off the antenna yet? You catch that tree on fire?
Yeah, this is Carrie.
No trees on fire, and yeah, good to hear you, Carrie. Man, yeah, no, that tree is not going to catch on fire, I guarantee it.
That's good news.
You're not getting any arcing off the end there into the branches?
No, of course. No, absolutely not.
I did that once, killed my mahogany tree.
It's a kilowatt. That's all.
More wifeys, more hello radio.
Hey, did you ever try putting the D104 on that radio?
No. That would take a minute to configure a plug.
Yeah, I heard those radios before with D104s. They sounded pretty good.
Yeah, pretty
I like
loud.
D104s. Yeah, I might try that, Dave. I got to put a 1/4 incher on there. I think I got the stuff to do it, or maybe just make an adapter.
Yeah, the D104 is a sweet dynamic mic there.
Probably brighten it up a bit.
That's all it needs, man. Plenty of signal, plenty of drive. It's just that it's all mush. It's all bass. There's no mid-range to it. I wish wish I could record you. You would see what I'm trying to explain to you.
Well, let me see if I can rig it up. You guys carry on, and I'll see if I can rig up a test here. N4ZRB.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, you're...
Look at it. N4ZRB. He knows how to do it. KW.
Isn't a DO104 CB microphone?
I'll be right back.
Is it D104 CB?
Hey, AI4FA, you hanging out for a little bit?
Hold on. You hold that thought. I'll be right back.
And D104 is not a CB microphone. It was actually for amateur service back in the 60s and 50s of the CBers. Said, no, let me try this on my tram, and that's how it took off from there.
Well, I got a D104 on my CB.
I'll hang out probably do 11 tonight, Dave. Be right back.
Square one looks like SpongeBob. Is that the same? Is it talking about?
Is it a lollipop, the chrome one, or is it plastic?
No, it's a handheld. D104 chrome face on it. Chrome screen.
Oh yeah, that's the last version of it. That's a ceramic element in it, but it's basically a handheld D104 without the fluff. So yes, it's the same element.
So you can hook up one of them to a 7300 maybe?
Actually, I wouldn't, because a 7300 hand mic from the box, if you properly do the adjustment, sounds pretty damn good. Yeah, plus it's a powered, microphone. I mean, those little $30 eBay, the studio mics, I mean, it comes with the EQ and the boom and all that for $30, and you make up the adapter for it, and you foot pedal it. They sound beautiful in the 7300.
I like to get me a little echo from the 7300. How can I do that?
Why?
Yeah, why?
This is a mess with the guys sometimes. I don't know. I'm just screwing around.
Yeah, I can tell you how to do it cheap. Go to Publix, buy you a can of Folgers coffee crystals. When you use it up, use that tin can, put the microphone next to it, and talk into the tin can. Roger, roger.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. I could do that. That's for sure.
For a good buddy.
Break. This is K4INV.
Go ahead there, a little bit light signal. Go ahead. AI4FA, South Florida, eastern side.
Break. This is Kilo 4, India, November uniform, over.
November uniform, that's all I got.
Kilo 4, India, November uniform, over.
Yeah, go ahead, AI4FA.
Hey, appreciate it. Just wanted to try out the radio tonight on voice. I've been doing nothing but digital for about the past month, so I figured I'd try to reset the radio and try to see how it worked on voice again. Over. Give me a signal report if you would.
You are solid 9 copy. Audio's a little light. I don't know if you got an amp on, but you're on this radio here. You got the S9 chiclet on the digital meter lit up on this 850 AI4FA, South Florida.
Roger. This is Kilo 4 India November uniform. I'm in Columbia, South Carolina. I'm running an ICOM 7300. No amp or anything. Straight 100 watts out of the ICOM. Over.
He's
you have the hand mic on
in the Northeast Florida.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, hold on there, Ted. Pull back the horsepower there and put that mule in the stable right now.
Go ahead, Dave.
Yeah, if you have the hand mic on it or another mic, but if it's the hand mic, you need to turn the processor on and turn the mic gain up a little bit, and you'll be okay.
Roger. I'm using the ICOM 8 SS30 over here right now. I can turn the mic gain up on those.
I tell you what, right now, you're not going to like what I tell you. Unplug the SM30, put it back in the box, put it on QTH and sell it, and plug the hand mic in, and it will sound better.
Yeah. Way better.
You jump in on you, and can I get the call sign of the person I'm talking to, over?
American Italy 4, Foxtrot America.
Roger.
Roger, I copy American India 4 Foxtrot American. Over.
That's correct, sir. AI4FA, South Florida.
All right. So that was synopsis on that question. Take that microphone, box it up, sell it, and put the hand mic back on, and you'll sound better. So great QSO there. KWM.
Yeah, that's actually ICOM kind of missed the boat on that. You know, they made that expensive desk mic, and if you got, it may work better on the like the 7800 series or something, but between the hand mic with the proper settings and that SM30, because Dave has one too over in Fort Lauderdale. I mean, never got it to sound good. The hand mic always sounded better. You know, the PR40. Heck, that little eBay $30, you know, wannabe Rush Limbaugh mic that he bought sounds damn good too.
Right. That was the questionable thought about. Okay. Now we spend $20 and this thing sounds way better than this $300 microphone or another one that he has. So the question is, can some of these little elements
overload just means that there's too much audio going to the front.
Be any good, or are they all just junk?
No, I mean, you heard it on the station. I mean, he didn't have any EQ or nothing. You know, the mic was shipped to his door for $30. Came with the boom, came with everything. He bought the cable, plugged it in. Sounded beautiful. I think, you know, like at Nick's radio, he runs that EV320 on his. I don't think he's running any EQ gear. He's just jacked in the front. And it sounds really nice, you know, for what it is. You know, ICOM spent a lot of R&D development when they made that radio. They tried to come out and say, hey, we're going to make a radio that's going to be cheaper than our competition, and it's going to sound damn good. So, you know, they engineered the hand mic to sound good. They engineered the radio to do everything well. Not great, super great, but everything well. And they've outsold every entry-level radio on the market. Yaesu is trying to play catch-up, but they can't meet the price point. You know, if you buy a Yaesu, what is the FT10, you know, you're going to be a couple $100 more in the game. Nice radio, but there's a lot of setup in that, because how many nights we spent out here where someone gets in here and says, yeah, I just got my FT10 on the air with the hand mic, and it sounds like garbage, man. You got to spend hours setting that radio up.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to go on that menu hard and heavy.
You got to set the parameter EQ with the processor, non-processor, AM mode, FM mode, sideband mode. You know, the manual, most hams look at that manual like, what is this, 100 and something page? Oh, hell no, throw it to the side. And then they come on here and they sound awful.
Yeah.
Right.
After you do all that, then they go and buy a desk mic and they don't know to change
change all the internal settings to the new impedance on the desk mic.
Yeah, they go on and spend the Yaesu has like $400, and then they put it on the radio, and it sounds like a stock Cobra hand mic off a Cobra 29.
And a $3,500 radio.
You know, that 710's got good receive, but out of the box, that audio sucks bad.
I bet. Yeah, that's how this thing was turned way down negative. It's like, oh my God, why would they do that? It was negative 15 on the settings. I brought them back up to +8.
I don't know.
They come negative 15. It's like, well, if somebody doesn't know to go in and do anything,
in line with the parametric EQ board. I haven't done that yet. That's going to be another world.
Yeah, you're trying to get that three-legged horse to win a race when you start doing that with the 830.
Yeah, you know, I was thinking the 60. I'll buy the RE60 later, but yeah, running the. You know where I'm going.
Yeah, know, and I hate to say this, but sometimes they're like, man, I'm going to have one night and we're going to what happened to Ted? He's going to tell us, well, I was running the 830 and flames came out of the back of it, so I decided to buy a new radio.
You're going to hear something pretty cool in the future, and you're going to love it. I think you guys will definitely enjoy it. And I love radio, and you're just really going to enjoy what I'm about to put together. Over.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
We'll see. Yeah, no, trust me, you'll see.
Yeah, we'll be missing the microphone clunk giveaway because we always know when you're about to key, we hear the clunk clunk.
That clunk, isn't that cool? Iconic.
It's like, yeah, that's Ted.
That's Ted. He's got the clunk.
We ran one guy out of here. We used to call him Captain Crunch. The microphone would crunch and click so bad. Man, he finally got with the program. He's running the Rush Limbaugh Gold eBay special mic.
Oh, I got an RE27. Gina taught me the Electro Voice, the studio mic, shock mount, all that. I was going to go with the 60. It's more of the AM radio type standard mic you ought to use, especially out here. Over.
Well, you need to power that up because you're going to need the EQ, the phantom power for it because you can't get it off the front panel of that radio. It's only a 4-plugger that's nothing powered. But, yeah, you're going to have the Howard Stern studio setup.
Oh, God, yes, definitely. And Tina's been all over my ass about it. She's like, I bought all this stuff for you. Why don't you have it hooked up? I'm like, honey, hang on.
This stuff takes years.
Yeah, she's probably saying herself, this guy dies, I'm going to call the first hamster to come out here and tell him to give me $500 and take all this crap.
Get it the hell out of here. Didn't want it anyway.
You guys are going to love it when I throw it on with the parametric EQ. I got a 2-type,
yeah.
Well, the box behind me. But it'll be a different world.
Is anybody running an SP220 out there?
No, I'm running a 200 right now.
Yeah, 200.
SP200. You guys install you don't have to have the full pedal?
No, man, this thing's, I got it all modified. Slow start, soft key, new capacitors, all upgraded. Yeah, it's all been all modernized here.
And I'm going to look at buying that LK550. I got to look at that, brother.
Yeah, you did the QSK silent key on a 200, 220?
No, I'm not doing that. It's not even worth it to put vacuum relay in this little amp.
Gotcha.
I like the silent, so you still have the kerchunk when you key up from the open frame relay in there on the wall. I hear it.
I put the mic on the back, yeah. Yeah, this is a temporary amp. This is my backup amp anyhow. I'm fixing that tighten. I'm going to put that back in the hole here, and this will be stuck under a bed for another backup in case I need it or sell it.
Right.
You're like me, man. I'm looking for that backup power amp.
I really don't need it. I mean, I got so many backup amps now, and now I'm starting to play with these DC power supplies.
Yeah.
Heck, I have to pull one up on my AL 500 mobile amp, or I have a Metron World Trans World 8-transistor all-band amp. I'll put that in line and hook one of them big jumbo power supplies to it and run that.
Yeah. You're like me, man. You got to have something with something and another something.
I want to hook that thing up, man. I got 2 power supplies coming that were supposed to be delivered today. They shipped out of Michigan, went to Ohio, then went to Iowa. Then today they ended up in Wyoming. I called FedEx. I said, either your driver is stoned out of his mind and he doesn't know direction because he's going 180 degrees in the wrong direction.
Yeah. think so. If your package is on that truck, I think you got the wrong truck for your package.
You got it down, brother. I just got it now. I got to work on the audio.
Yeah, it should all be good. Dave's got good audio. He's on the 850. I'm on the 3000. I mean, yeah, everybody has, we leave it toned down some.
I like this radio so much, I got another one in the box ready to go in case this blows up.
Right. Hey, I always got something extra in case something blows up. Absolutely.
I like to go through that radio and just like completely mod it out, refurb it so it's ready to go.
Hey Dave, what kind of radio you run? What's your system over there?
I got a TS-850 Kenwood right now with a Heil Gold Line microphone.
Kenwood the bomb.
Holy smokes, man! You sound audio quality. You really sound really good. Are you running a SP20 or a 200?
I'm running 700 watts, 750 watts right now with an SB 200, 1965 vintage.
Cruising, buddy. Sounds beautiful.
Good audio, man. You sound really good, man. I want.
I think we got Ed in there trying to key up, but the RF gremlin got a hold of him.
Yeah. Sure, that's Ed trying. It ain't working. He's got RF.
I think I knew what he did, Mark. I think he took a phono jack and he's plugging it into his EQ with that mic. Now, if he's using like a balanced pin on that, going into the EQ, and I don't know how he might have a battery to power the element up in the mic. I think it would have been better for him just to solder an 8-pin connector on it and jack it in the front and call it a day.
Hey, here's the barefoot radio right there. Let me turn the processor back on. That's the barefoot radio. How's that sound?
Your audio's a little better, Ed, but you got RFI on the audio line.
Yeah, Ed, you got something going on there, brother.
Yeah, okay. All right, stand by.
Yeah, you got either, RF the loose wire or something going on there.
Yeah, I mean, I would expect something better than that. That antenna should work.
Yeah, it's just got RF in it. You see, that's the problem that I saw with those, like, Behringers, those $35 EQ. They're not very RFI proof. Everybody laughs at Julius and the W8Y or W2YHI boxes and stuff, but, they're in metal boxes. He's got ferrite. They're cost, double the amount, but less problems with them, I mean, look at AJ. He's got that big audio rack gear that, came out of, a recording studio in Memphis, Tennessee or something from, Elvis Presley's mansion or something. There's RFI on the thing. Its audio's all jacked up.
Yeah. So, Wolf or Ed, are you seeing what's wrong there?
No, you're killing it with that audio out of Kenwood. I didn't know you were running a Kenwood radio.
I'm not on a Kenwood.
No, I'm running a Kenwood myself. Let's check out the ALC. If you guys can hear it okay, but no. My cat, different brother like no other, man. He is rocking it with it.
He's saying don't buy shit from Elvis Presley.
Yeah, old recording stuff. You get it at Sam Ash and stuff. It works good in the recording studio unless you're singing, Friday night with the local band on the stage, and but when you deal with it on ham radio with RF, man, you got to put a lot of ferrite on the microphone cords, and it's a whole different environment for that stuff.
Right.
I couldn't agree more. Over.
You got to shield it from your RF. So, yeah. That's it. That's all about it. And right now, he's running through so many different connectors there and stuff, changing things around constantly. And it's understandable that he's got a little RF in his audio.
I mean, AJ has a really nice station, but, you know, he has that whole control board. It looks like the telephone operator from Mayberry RFD. You know, he got all the plugs plugging in here, plugging in there. I mean, that's too much.
Are you serious? What a nightmare.
Yeah. He's the engineer of that for his audio.
You know, doing audio is very simple. You know, if you want to work a parametric, you know, it's very easy to work with that.
You don't need much because most radios are transmitting a 2.5 to a 2.9 bandwidth. You know, I mean, you're throwing top fuel nitromethane on a stock everyday driving car. You can only get so much out of it.
Exactly. You're only working with 3.5 kilohertz on single sideband. AM's a little bit different. You're working with 5 or whatever, but yeah, no, I concur. Over.
I mean, this radio here, I got mods in it. You know, this is an ESB type radio. I got the DSP 100 option in it with the little magic flash of this and that. Hold this button down, turn it on. So I can transmit a little bit wider than the average out of the box radio. So, you know, but most of your ICOMs and Yazes and stuff, they're 2.8, 2.9 at best transmit audio. So whatever you can get into that narrowed bandwidth is all you're going to get. You know, like the Kenwood TS2000 with the flash, you know, that can go 4K. Mark has one of those. He put the right microphone EQ set on it. I hate to say it, that radio would sound better than the Yazes that he has.
That's right.
Yeah.
I concur.
So there's a lot of ways.
A lot of ways to what?
A lot of ways to get your audio to sound good.
Well, you know, he's right. You're working with 2.5 kilohertz. I mean, you sound good.
Now, I think that 3000, I think it goes like 2.9. I mean, it goes pretty wide. I don't know if it goes 3100 or not. I don't know. I have to look at the specs, but, you know, I mean, that radio now has been discontinued.
Then it came back.
This is a 2000 4K.
And that's, and now it's 2200 instead of 1649.
Yeah, it's discontinued now, Mark. They're not. I don't think it's done. It's on closeout. There's another guy in there with a TS2000 at 4K. His audio is a little wide, but he needs to pump it up because he's about S9 on me.
All right, listen up. Go ahead, station.
Yeah, I think the band's changing a little bit. Everybody's signals drop. This is Kilo Mike 4 Oscar Papa Phil here in Palm Bay.
Go ahead, Phil.
Yeah, it looks like the band's changing a little bit because everybody's signal went down a little bit. Everybody's still sounding good.
You sound great.
Yeah, you're up to 20 over.
I think I know who you are. Let's see. You used to go to a Motorola place, tailgate and all that, right?
Absolutely. Every year for the past, until they moved it to Oakland Park, and then it fizzled out like a fart in the wind.
I think years ago you bought a Shakespeare 1600 ABS vertical from me.
Was it green?
Yes.
I still have it in my garage in the wrapper.
Okay, so yeah, I know who you are. I kind of recognize your voice. And you know Rick and all those guys down there.
Absolutely, Rick. Yep.
Yeah, I remember you bought that from me years ago. I had one not too long ago. Where I sell that out? I think I sold that at Plant City a year or two ago. I think I even seen you there. I think. But anyway, all right, good deal. I was trying to figure out if that was you. KM4OP.
Yep, still have it in the wrapper, and I almost climbed the tower and put it up. And I had another friend of mine gave me one of those new what's it called? Optimax? What the heck was it? IMAX, whatever. So I stuck that up. Mother Nature allowed me to have that for almost 90 days before the lightning bolt shredded it.
Oh yeah, that happened to me once too, but with a Comet UHF VH2 bander. Man, I was walking my dog. I didn't even realize it was early in the morning. Coming back, I look up and I see all that splinter stuff went in the shack. Man, that was it. Insurance time.
Yeah, it came in on the antenna, blew out the bottom, hit the tree, came down, and it was just a lightning bolt out of nowhere. I came in, my Nile Viking power meter was stuck on, I lost my modem, I lost my Sirius radio transmitter, my Amazon Firebox. I mean, there was a bunch of stuff it took out. My Magic Jack phone, but nothing. I probably lost the damn bias board in the 10-tech Titans. What I think one of the transistors got a EMF on it and took it out. So it was a mess.
During this time of the year when we have all these storms in the summer, I'm in a habit of disconnecting everything as soon as I'm done using the station. And that day I did disconnect everything. The only thing I forgot to disconnect was the rotor cable, and that's where it came in through.
Yeah, I disconnect everything. I have a SO239 panel, and it has separate grounds to its own ground rod. So I plug all the antenna PL259s into that in case it comes in and it goes right back out.
Yeah, if it's got your name on it, that bolt, sometimes not much you can do. Sometimes, I used to work for the cable company, retired from the cable company, and I remember one time I went out to an outage, and the light didn't even hit direct. We had to TDR the cable to find out, it was underground cable, to find out where the fault was. And it was actually by a tree. It wasn't even near the house. People lost garages in Pembroke Pines. People lost garage doors, the TVs, refrigerators, and the lightning just, hit. I know where it hit. We saw the fault to it after we dug it up, and we could see the black, the stains there. So sometimes it doesn't even have to hit you directly.
I know one guy, he had an 890. The lightning bolt hit his neighbor's house, hit the AC unit. It energized the ground. It came up through his ground rod into the back of the radio, blew the radio off his operating table, and it was sitting on the floor smoking.
Man, I see some terrible lightning strikes. Gentlemen using that D104, be careful out there. Use some rubber gloves. All right, gentlemen, continue. Kilo Mike 4 Oscar Papa.
All right, AI 4FA, South Florida.
All right, Phil K, Mike Echo, Mike Sebring.
I guess either Ted fell off his rocking chair or he's stopped talking.
You never know up there. I mean, that's St. Augustine. A oak tree could have fallen. Landed on the house. You never know.
Maybe it was that last beer that did him in.
Uh-huh. Yeah, so tomorrow morning, right after all the traffic gets moved through here, around 8:30, 8:45, I'm going to slide down to the grocery store, take a ride down around the lake, and go down to the grocery store in the morning and get some supplies for the week on a Monday morning.
So how to go with your tire situation?
Yeah, they rotated them, and it was $225. So, yeah, it's all good.
So you guys are cruising.
Got complete records of it. They got the VIN number. Just total records that it was reported, as part of this hit record, to the VIN.
Did they do their safety inspection?
He asked if he could, and I said, you don't need to. I said, that's fine. You don't need to do all that under the hood and do all that. No. I said, I usually take care of it myself. But he did ask.
Yeah, you should let him make sure everything on the front end is tight.
I looked at all of it when he jacked it up. Within 3 feet of them when the tires were getting changed and make sure nothing got stripped. I was right there. Guy was nervous because most of the time I go there and deliver him parts. He just wasn't used to me being a customer. He goes, wow, it really surprised me when I went out to the parking lot and started it up.
I love that Kenwood sound.
How it sounded. I'm starting to lose St. Augustine. The band's switching here right now. I gotta check and see what time it is. Yeah, it's about that time the band's gonna stretch.
So I love that Kenwood sound, my fellow brother. How you doing, buddy? What's going on?
Band's gonna stretch out like a waistband and a pair of Fruit of Balloons.
Absolutely, it's that time of night. I mean, hold on, hang on, hold that thought. It is 10:51. Jesus Christ, I never stay up this late. Over.
Oh, can't believe it.
It's gonna stretch out like a pair of nice legs.
No, I never stay up this late.
Well, you gotta get used to it. You're getting older, and that's what old people do. They stay up all night and they sleep all day.
You're gonna have to take the nylons off with your teeth.
Real early, but man, to hear you old people out here, it's pretty cool. Love your Kenwood, by the way, buddy.
In your work truck, do you have in-cam cameras and forward-facing cam and in-cab cam?
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, we're going to that too. That's ridiculous. Now they're micing it too. They listen to us. There's no problems.
Yeah, it's protocol.
So it's all changing down there, Dave?
Yeah, I told him, I mean, if, I kind of gave him a threatening thing, like, hey, you're listening, but if, I get a medical call from the doctor or, credit card information, for instance, and then all of a sudden my count is hacked, you're the first guy I'm coming to.
Oh, Dave, you know what's going on.
Yeah, I see. I can picture that.
AT&T was doing that.
Uh-huh. That was like a couple decades ago.
They started doing that in my company, and I'm glad I retired because they wasn't listening to us. It was just GPS. Every time you go in the vehicle, you have this little wand in your key and your keychain. If you don't touch the thing, it'll start you get louder and louder. That's what they were going with. That was it. But I heard they were getting real aggressive with that crap.
I'm monitored by speed, sound, everything in that truck. All gasoline. It's the new protocol. Over.
Yeah, I used to drive a bucket truck. I used to help out other hands. In fact, Dave, I don't know if you remembered, I used to bring my bucket truck to the handstand. I used to get notes on my door, on my window, and people would come out, hey, can you help? I used to do it a lot, man. But then when the company started with their stuff, man, that was it.
Copy that. You checked out early. God bless you. But I'm in the realm of it. It's new technology that it's a protocol.
Yeah, they said, we're not tracking you. We just want to, it was more for the service tech. I wasn't a service tech. I was a maintenance tech. But they said, we just want to be able to route jobs, better. I didn't get no route, but they eventually put it in my bucket truck, though. They would just to see, I don't know. I'm sure they looked to see where the hell I was.
Copy that. I'm 60. I'll be 61 in a few months, and I'm going to retire in a few years, but that's the new protocol. Trucking, as far as the industry has changed, throughout the years, and so many hands of what I've seen as far as hours of service. I can go on and on. Over.
Yeah, I feel a little bit of no trust either. I mean, I worked there 32 years. You can't trust me. I don't know. But I'm glad. I wanted to retire bad, and all of a sudden,
I'll be right back.
The retirement package.
Look at you now.
I jumped on that so quick. Thank you.
Yeah, copy that. I've been in the industry almost 40 years, and the protocols, the different things that have changed, it's amazing to me. I'm glad. The hilarious thing about it is that I'm still working, and the kids that I work with, they bitch and complain, but then again, they're making $80,000 a year.
Yeah, well, I was making more than that, but it's not always money, I tell you. I'm so happy that I got the hell out of there, but, some people can't, but I was glad I got a way out, because I was done. What really was bugging me, was the on-call. We had to rotate on call sometimes more than twice a month. Somebody was on vacation or something, but that was... when I was young, go to sleep, and they wake up 2, 3 in the morning, you go... when you're young, when I started, got to the point where I'm, 59, 60, I was done with that, waking me up at 3, 4 in the morning. So I'm glad, thank God, that retirement package came and got the hell out of there.
No, I totally empathize with you, man, and I really am blessed to hear you talk about that. I'm going to work for the next 4 or 5 years. I'm, like I said, 60, going towards 61, and the kids that I work with, generally in car payments, who knows what the hell's going on in the household, but they got to get that, extra income.
He's like a little Trump. Look, he combs his hair like him, and he sounds just like him.
Just look at the name, Trump. Bought tractors in there because he was arrested and everything. He's got a lawsuit against him, and this guy, whoever his name was, fled.
Plus 10. I have no copy on him right now. Over.
Has always picked a flawed man to bring his purpose about. Don't forget that.
Oh, I know. I read all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Look what that man did with the Accord in all.
KJ4 PTK, top of the hour.
Oh my God!
universal time.
At the tone, 3 hours, 3 minutes. Coordinated universal time.
Beginning November 15, 2021, WWV and WWVH will be broadcasting a test signal on minute of each hour on WWV and minute 48 on WWVH. This signal has been created to assist in ionic ferric research and is a joint effort of NIST and the Ham Radio Citizen Science Investigation, or HAM-SCI. The signal consists of various tones, chirps, and noise bursts, and may be modified occasionally. For more information on HAM-SCI and the WWV and WWVH projects, go to HMSCI.org. At the time, 3 hours, 4 minutes, coordinated universal time.
At the tone, 3 hours, 4 minutes. Coordinated universal time.
Beginning November 15th, 2021, NIST will be broadcasting a test signal on minute 8 of each hour on WWV. On HAM-SCI and the WWV.
God something terrible. If you're miserable,
Discrimination, goodwill.